Good evening and welcome to KTN News. This is Point Blank, shooting here at the Nairobi Serena. The country and the presidency are really in a dilemma. The first time since the Jubilee government was elected, His Excellency the President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto are not reading from the same script. The country is looking, the country is asking the question. Point Blank has looked at this matter, and we want to ask, will Deputy President William Ruto resign in a half?
On the 28th of November 2017 at the Kasarani Stadium, Nairobi, William Samoei Ruto took for the second time the oath of allegiance of the Deputy President and oath of due execution of the office of the Deputy President. A few minutes later, Uhuru Kenyatta too would, for the second time, take the oath of allegiance of the President and oath of due execution of the office of the President. The Jubilee coalition, led by their charismatic principals, appeared in full flow. Nothing, not even a Supreme Court decision on the 1st of September 2017 that nullified their 8th August victory, would stop them from fulfilling their prediction of at least 10 years of Jubilee rule. Political whispers from amongst Uhuru's allies grew to loud rumblings as the country watched the Deputy President launch project after project, preside over church harambee after harambees across the breadth of the nation.
In the alternative, will the Deputy President, William Ruto, be pushed out unceremoniously by those who are allied to the President within the government?
Despite accusations of commencing his presidential campaigns, Ruto not only castigated the cynics, but accused them of being anti-development, a message usually delivered from a podium somewhere in central Kenya. The cracks in the presidency started to appear. Before long, Uhuru appeared on the steps of State House alone. Prior to August 8, 2017, all major Jubilee administration positions had been delivered by the two together. Then this.
Utire kodo marato twara andu aitu kuga na ndaria na ruga itu na no guthiururuka gwitu na ni ngwira andu mikore no tuthurite tureta siasa matigecirie nie ndikihi kiao matigecirie nie ndikihi netwaigua na matiko ndugamia barabara ĩrĩa ndĩthondekeire ĩrĩa ndĩrenda gũkinya na kũrĩa ndĩrenda gũtwara andũ aitũ na kũrĩa ndĩrenda kũmakinyia nĩ mwanjigua andũ aitũ nĩ mwanjigua.
Followed soon thereafter by this.
Watuambie, kwa sababu tuko na clip itachezwa na chairman mwenyewe anajijua, kama vile juzi mlisikia akisema ya kwamba ako na brains. Mimi nataka nimwambie huyo chairman na secretary Nancy Kitau, kama mnamaanisha ya kwamba mlikuwa kwa mkutano ya kupanga maendeleo, Nancy Kitau hayuko kwa ofisi yote ya kupanga maendeleo. Na ndio tunataka tuambie tunajua zaidi na tutasimama imara. Mfunge watu wangapi, mpangie watu wangapi, mshike watu wangapi. Mimi nataka niwaeleze hatuwezi kusimama ama kusimamisha maono yenye tuko naye. Kwa sababu hii haishindiani kitu na ile mambo walizungusha Miguna hapa. And I want to ask my fellow Kenyans and my friends, after this we want to fight for Miguna arudi nyumbani. Hii ukumbafu ni ya zamani. Hii ni maneno ya hera ya KANU na enzi iliyopitwa na wakati. Na nataka niambie hatutishwi. Najua mmetutisha, mmesema wengine wanataka watauliwa, wengine sijui watafanyiwa nini. Tuko Kenya hii, sisi sio squatters, tutapambana na nyinyi na tuhakikisha ya kwamba watu wako na akili kidogo. Kama huyu jamaa alikuwa anasema juzi ati You don't have any brains, my friend. Wewe ni mtu bure katika dunia hii, haufai kuwa na ofisi yote katika Kenya hii. Kwa sababu unashika mtu kama Itumbi kwa sababu mumeulizwa kuna investigation mnataka mfanye, mumeenda kupanga, mnataka kuua naibu wa rais. Naibu wa rais hapana kuku, hapana faranga ya kuku. Naibu wa rais anabeba Kenya mzima na ako na wafuasi Kenya mzima. Na tunataka tuwaeleze, can you come back to your track? Fanya ile kazi mulipewa. Wacha kukuja kushika watu wadogo kama kina Itumbi. Na sisi tumesema sisi ndio wenye tanga. Na nataka niulize DCI na our investigators, can you join us in this case? Na mfanye investigation na ukweli, mtuite tuandike statement. Mwache kujifanya ni kama Kenya hii ni yenu. We are not squatters. Kila mtu wako na haki. Tuko na groups mingi Kenya hii. Na that's why tulipata katiba mpya. Na mimi nashangaa bado mnataka katiba ingine na mmeshindwa hata kuilinda yenye tuko nayo kwa sasa. Nyinyi ni watu hamna mbele wala nyuma. Mimi nataka niseme, niongezea kwamba sisi tukiwa timu tanga, you cannot stop us. Sisi ni watoto wa Mwenyezi Mungu. Mtafunga hiyo, mnasema sijui mnataka kufunga maneno ya pesa, sijui mtafunga nini, mtatuona tu tukitanga. And that's all.
What has gone wrong for Uhuru and Ruto, and is it salvageable?
Good evening. To decipher the dilemma and what the country will go through in the relationship between Kenyatta and Ruto going forward, Point Blank has invited Mheshimiwa William Kamtek to come here and give his views as to what is the way forward. Before I speak to Mheshimiwa, what has he done before?
The youthful first-time Member of Parliament sheds light on the unheralded political leanings of our times. What can Kenyans expect?
Hello, good evening. This is KTN News, our Point Blank at the Nairobi Serena. Mheshimiwa, asante sana, karibu and good evening.
Asante.
Mheshimiwa, the country is amazed. The country is reading day in, day out of headlines about the president and the deputy falling out to the extent that the government can collapse. Mm-hmm. What is going on, Mheshimiwa?
What is going on is premature politics engineered by an impatient presidential candidate who has gone rabid in his ambitions. So therefore, it is all his making. And as they say in English, choices have consequences. He has chosen early politicking. Those who have been telling him to slow down have therefore decided also to say that if that is the route you've chosen, then so be it, game on. Bring it on.
Yeah, but
let's see what you've got.
Yeah, but Mheshimiwa, Point Blank, I actually see it differently. It seems to me that this cannot be a mistake. The amassing of great wealth, the antagonism with the president day in, day out, early campaigns, the fallout with Rafael Tuju at the Jubilee, the fallout with Murathe and everybody else who are the president's men. It seems to me that the deputy president may have a plan to resign in a half. Maybe he's setting up Jubilee and some of you who support the Jubilee, and he will go the Matiba way and get out of government and fight from outside.
The sooner he goes, the better, because he's actually a nuisance. And those of us who have been studying his movements for a while, even before the 2017 elections, his manner of speech was that as soon as he was, Jubilee was going to be re-elected in 2017, he would take over the running of government. So this is a gentleman who has very little respect for his boss. So, but we are saying that's okay, that is him. There are many, many other Kenyans who are ready replacements for him. So it is his choice, and the sooner he leaves, the better. Because the kind of politics he's playing is not good for the republic.
Yeah, but Mheshimiwa, the critics of your party, KANU, and other players in Rift Valley will argue that you've left William Ruto to run uninterrupted in Rift Valley. And the plan to get out of government and go the Matiba way would mean that he would governize all the Kalenjin community, the greater Kamatusa community, and start fighting government from without and add upon it. And my question to you is, how is the state of the Rift Valley? It's in his control.
You know, the covenant between, you must look at the template of Jubilee. The covenant between William Ruto and Uhuru Kenyatta was not it's a covenant written in blood. And it's not a covenant between two individuals. It's a covenant between communities. So therefore, if this one rabid individual decides to spoil the party for everyone, there are ready-made replacements. And as I said earlier, we have a ready-made replacement in Gideon Moi. And it's just a matter of we are being respectful to the president. Otherwise, we would have, shown what we are made of. So if William Ruto chooses to bolt out, and I doubt he will, but if he chooses to bolt out, then we have a ready-made replacement. And we are ready at any time, even now.
But
it's just a matter of we
are
being respectful to the president.
But I have to ask you point blank. Yeah. Gideon Moi has never declared he's running for president. He has never declared that he can be, able to take on Uhuru.
A declaration is just a declaration. It takes a lot of respect for Kenyans to declare. You do not just declare, right? Because the presidency or the leadership of a nation is something so deep and so important that you don't just declare anyhow. It takes planning. It takes a lot of respect for Kenyans and the other communities. So what we are only saying is that the president has a lot of things to deliver. But we've just come from an election 1 year ago.
But Mheshimiwa, I have to corner you on the issue of Rift Valley. And the reason I'm cornering you on this, retired President Moi, when he joined Kenyatta, Jaramogi had the same kind of fallout. And when, Kenyatta could not work with Jaramogi, there was a clear person ready and willing to engage Kenyatta and KANU.
In Daniel Arap Moi.
Yes, that came together. Yes. And my question is this, that Gideon Moi has been seen to be playing safe. Yes. You in KANU have been seen to be playing safe, so as not to annoy the Ruto supporters and sympathizers in Rift Valley. Is KANU scared? Is Gideon Moi scared? Because you should be the ones reassuring the country and telling Uhuru, why are you worried? We are here. Why aren't you telling, he can watch you, Uhuru is watching. You tell him KANU is ready.
let me tell you, and let me tell if the president is watching, and the rest of Kenyans, we are ready. We are only saying that we just come out from an election about 1.5 years ago. There is the Big Four agenda that the president has held so dear to his heart. We respect that. But we are saying it takes a lot of respect for Kenyans to say that you're running. That's all we are saying. So if and when the time comes, because everything is about timing. Everything is about timing. Remember this. Where has William Ruto reached in his marathons of running left, right? Where has he reached? It's too much effort, no work done. Who is crying wolf now? Isn't he the one crying wolf now? So what we are saying is that we as KANU and other political parties in the Rift Valley, including the CCM, we are talking. And Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi is a natural replacement. And we're not even talking about a replacement in the Rift Valley. Our networks are just all over the country. So it's a matter of us just, in the fullness of time, when all these matters are finished, and when William Ruto will be in the political dustbin, students of political history will be taught lessons on how not to run for president, from a deputy president perspective, a case study of William Ruto. I want to assure you.
So,
this.
Mheshimiwa,
So
I
the
need to-
strategy we have adopted ourselves
Yes.
is a strategy of respect,
Yes.
a strategy of restraint, a strategy of coming in at the right time. That is the strategy we have.
Mheshimiwa, I need to ask you. David Murathe was here at point blank, and David Murathe said that they are making formations because they are planning for Ruto's exit.
Yes.
He said here at point blank that Gideon Moi was not in action. He said that the other people are moving. He gave specifics about the State of the Union, where Mudavadi, Kalonzo Musyoka, and other people began to work visibly with the president to fill a vacuum. Last week, Kalonzo Musyoka was here. Kalonzo said that he's working with Gideon. My question is this: why is KANU silent? Why are you silent? Because the question is, every day the headlines are about Ruto Kenyatta, Ruto Odinga, Ruto this. Where is Ruto Moi? My question is very simple. Are you guys waiting for this thing to be given to you? Are you waiting? I mean, why are you unable to move? Why are you not able to say that KANU is making formations, that KANU is involved with other political parties? Are you working with Wiper? Are you working with Musalia Mudavadi? Are you working with other people, including Raila Odinga? The country doesn't see you visibly engaged.
You know, the worst kept secret in the Republic now, the worst kept secret is that Gideon Moi will be a candidate. That's the worst kept secret. And everybody, we are in a situation where everybody knows, but no one knows. And that is part of our strategy.
But this is point blank.
Listen,
Mheshimiwa,
yes, I'm telling you.
Point blank. So I'm asking you point
and I want
blank.
to tell you,
Yes.
I was in Ukambani the other week, and Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi, he was there also. He met Kalonzo. And let me ask you a question. Why are these people, everybody, talking about him if he's not there? Why is everyone talking about Gideon Moi if he's not there? Because he's there. He's just there.
My question is, he may be there, but he's not engaged politically.
We are saying we are trying to show a lot of respect to the president.
So let me ask you a question, Mheshimiwa. Let me ask, because Kenyans are listening. Let me ask you. There has been a claim of an assassination attempt. When a sitting deputy president calls the director of CID and says, senior cabinet secretaries want to kill me. When the deputy president says that the Jubilee party or coalition is over because he has fallen out with Raphael Tuju, and KANU is a member of the Jubilee Alliance that came into power, when the same person begins to shake the Uhuru presidency, for which KANU supports, by engaging in early campaigns, but you remain silent because you're gentlemen. You remain silent because you are keeping secrets. I'm bringing you to point blank to ask you. These secrets cannot be kept further. Kinaga ubaga, Mheshimiwa.
I know very many Kenyans are really eager for Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi to come out. They are very, the goodwill he enjoys is immense because of, but I want to tell you also point blank that, that time is coming. That time is just a matter of time. So, but we are saying we want to respect His Excellency the President because he has spent a lot of time telling Kenyans, please, let us use this period to work. And that's what we are doing. And I want to tell you this, we are engaging a lot of forces. Running for president in a country like Kenya, it requires a lot of networking. And a lot of, because it does not help to go and collect about 20 or 50 members of parliament and you run around the country thinking that you have a lot of political support, knowing full well, for example, in central Kenya, the 85% rule, that 85% of members of parliament don't come back. That's what I was saying earlier. That's not the way to do it. We believe in our own cause. We believe that the route we are taking is the most sure route.
So will KANU participate in a coalition? And I want to be very specific.
Yes.
There are two coalitions in Kenya, Kieleweke and Tangatanga. And you know why, Mheshimiwa, I'm saying this? If David Murathe comes here and tells me, we are working with Mudavadi, we are working with Odinga, We are missing Gideon Moi. We are working with Wetangula. One begins to ask the question, when will KANU also, because these people are not also campaigning, but they are saying that there will be a political...
We are working with those people. And let me tell you, we're just in the process, the beginning of formations formations are just beginning. And I want to tell you that KANU will be a very big player in the formations that are coming for 2022. The only thing we're just being cautious, that's all. And among all those people you're mentioning, I want to tell you point blank that we are indeed talking to each other. Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi is engaging all of those people. You saw we engaged during the Wajir by-election with Mheshimiwa Odinga and ODM. So we are engaged quietly, with utmost respect to His Excellency the President, without seeming to compete.
So as I move on,
yes.
The issue is that if there is an abrupt resignation by William Ruto, as Matiba did before, you are saying that there will be no vacuum.
There can never be a vacuum,
yes,
because, like I said earlier, the covenant is between Kikuyu and Kalenjin. And it is not between Uhuru Kenyatta only and William Ruto, the individual, right? So the alternative Kalenjin leadership is in Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi, and we are ready.
Now, let's just move and shift gear. Should the Deputy President not resign, but decide that the best strategy will be to remain and frustrate government from within, what is the methodology that can be employed to allow for those who are with Kenyatta to contain and to bring some sobriety in what Ruto is doing? And I say this because when 4 cabinet secretaries are marched down to DCI, it shocks Kenyans that colleagues of the cabinet are, want to kill the deputy president. And if that kind of mood and poison, toxics, are allowed to continue, can government function?
Already, the problem we have in this country now is that people like the deputy president are caught in a time warp. The handshake was a paradigm shift in the politics of Kenya. It's brought a paradigm shift. The politics of Kenya changed from the politics of division, of brinkmanship, of chest thumping, to a politics of embracing each other, a politics of moving forward from the very divisive elections of 2017, and also Jubilee as a party has finished its job, basically, as a political party, as a political formation. So those who are stuck with the election results of 2017 and trying to put the country in that very divisive mode are unfortunately behind. And what we are saying is that when the deputy president decided to play this very dangerous card of political assassination, which is, as you can see now, is being investigated, and the whole scenario is going back to his office. If it is found out that the deputy president is the author of his own assassination plot, then he will have to be held criminally liable and politically liable.
Right.
And therefore, I see a situation where it would only be fair and proper for the president to graduate the handshake between himself and Raila Odinga into something bigger.
Yes.
I want to see a situation. If I were to advise the president, I would tell him that we need to bring in, go beyond the handshake and make now proper coalition agreements, because we have a very defiant deputy who will stop at nothing to defy his boss.
So as I come to push you on that issue, I just want to make a quick editorial point that at KTN and at Point Blank, we are aware that there is a court case going on. And that court case, we are not in any way trying to weigh into whether or not it will find where the letter is. That's a matter for the court. I just want that to be out of the way.
Yeah.
But coming
and I say, should it be found that way?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just as being clear both ways. That should it be found. That is fine. But now, with regard to the removal of a sitting deputy, so we can move on. James Orengo had said that he is considering putting something before the Senate. And the procedures in the Constitution require that a motion to impeach or remove a deputy president can only originate from the National Assembly. Take us through, if that scenario was to arise, what would be the procedure?
It's very clear. It's a very clear provision. Article 150 of the Constitution is very clear on the process of impeachment, of removal. So in this case, if it is found out, because it's already heading there, if it is found out that this gentleman is committed so it would be a question of gross misconduct.
Yes.
Yes.
And so the House, it would require an MP like yourself.
It would require somebody, an MP like myself, just to come up with a motion for impeachment. And given the way it is now, I think it would just pass. Because everybody, the card, that card is a very dangerous card to play on Kenyans. And it shows you the extent to which this gentleman can go. I don't know why he is so desperate.
But I'm asking you point blank that if a court was to find that there was a criminal conduct of gross misconduct, that the allegations are false, and if the court was to find that that was committed at the office of the deputy president, you, William Kamket, would you be able to file a motion?
I'll be the first. I'll file it myself.
A motion of impeachment?
Yes. It's a matter of course. And I will not be the only one. I'm sure there are many of my colleagues who will happily do it. Because, that card he has played on Kenyan is a very dangerous card. Knowing him, knowing who he is, and knowing what he's been through before, and it's a very dangerous card.
You're talking about the matters of the ICC?
Yes.
That should something happen, this country can go into chaos.
Exactly.
I think that we can talk about.
Exactly.
ICC is a matter of public record.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I'm saying that the card he has played because, can you imagine if God forbid, if something happens to him now? Everybody would say he has said it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine what kind of chaos this country? Even if you were so it's
what would you tell the people of Rift Valley? And I'm coming back to this issue because you touched the ICC, and the ICC affected Rift Valley and Central Kenya most. So this kind of talk, what the people of Rift Valley are all watching you today. What would you tell them about these allegations, and what may happen and the outcome in a word or two?
In what I would tell the people, not necessarily Rift Valley and the rest of Kenya, is that we have to be really, really weigh on the people we are going to trust the leadership of this nation with. Because if we have people who are so careless and so reckless to the extent of making such allegations against such reckless allegations, what would they not do? So I want Kenyans to look at the people who are available and who are marketing themselves to become, to lead this nation. I would rather, we look for moderate individuals who are cautious and know the impact of the statements of a leader. And one such person is Mheshimiwa Gideon Moi, as I said earlier. Because, we do not want a situation where we have people who will stop at nothing, that nothing else matters except them, that they have to reach where they are going no matter what. Are you the only person in this republic? This is a country of almost 50 million people. So therefore, you will not tread over everybody because of your rabid ambitions. No.
Well, you're watching Point Blank here at KTN News. Following the Kenyatta-Ruto fallout, will the deputy president resign? Will the deputy president be pushed out? And can Gideon Moi really talk the walk? Is he able to fill the vacuum? This is KTN News.